welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
Let's do it, baby. Hello, welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Yeah. All right, Jaybird, the full out mime is here. How long did it take you to get fully mimed up?
It took me kind of long today because it's my first miming.
Yes.
And I know I said the Silent Sicilian as the name. What about Mime Freak? The Mime Freak. Freaks your mind.
Freak the mime.
Yeah. Do you like Mime Freak a little bit better? Because I kind of look a little scary. And like right now, you look freaked out. You just got Mime Freak.
Yeah.
I'm the mime. Maybe I could work in some, Chris Angel, Mind Freak, some
Mime Freak,
some like stunts
Not
of
Mind Freak. You're Mime Freak.
Yeah, you just got Mime Freaked. I'm gonna freak your mime.
The Freak is good. Yeah, I kind of like that.
All right, better than the Silent Sicilian.
I like the Silent Sicilian better because it works in a sponsor.
Well, there's Sicilian oven. They're not gonna be like, well, I mean, Sicilian. The word is not. I don't know. I have a lot to meditate
Can we just
on.
call you the Silent Good Greek?
Silent QC Kinetics. If we're working in sponsors. That's hilarious.
At this point.
I don't know. I'm kind of liking Mind Freak, but that's what you're saying.
You also don't want to be like aggressive because aren't people like kind of afraid of clowns as it is? So you want to be friendly.
Oh my God! She just called you a clown?
I don't want you to be scary.
Yeah,
oh my gosh!
Well, we call those people pussies in the mime world.
Wow.
No, the friendly mime, freaky meaning just, what's he gonna do next? It's gonna freak your mind. Is he drinking mayonnaise? No, it's invisible.
What's he doing? Fingering your mom?
Whoa!
No, this mime, no, his mime. Mine's clean.
Oh, yeah.
Or is that why I wear gloves?
Oh, I don't know if he is clean.
I think looking at your one finger, it might be that time of the month for mom. Yikes. Yikes.
You fingered my mom?
Yeah, I think Freak's a good name for you.
Yeah. You just got mime freaked.
Whoa. Come here, Mom.
Mom, run!
You on your period? Perfect.
Oh.
Now the character is building. We're getting layers. I like it.
Gosh.
Finally.
Horrifying.
Wow.
I'm trying not to be scary. I'm trying to be.
Well, you're not doing it.
I know.
You went the other way.
Failing miserably on that one.
I'm having fun.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
That is all that matters. Wow. Virginia was a little bit scary earlier in the show. She has just freaking quit everything. She has quit on her family for the holidays. She said, screw it. For Thanksgiving, y'all ain't getting any turkey and stuffing and all that crap. You can cram it because I'm going to New York City to see the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
It's the 100th anniversary, so you know they're going to turn out.
Okay, it's a special parade.
Yep.
And then you said you were going to cancel Christmas, or not cancel Christmas, but kind of, I don't know, make an adjustment with it. If you guys go out of town for Christmas, would the whole family go for the Christmas one?
I think so.
That's okay. That's good.
I think the whole family would go for the Christmas one. Panda doesn't want to fly, so we might have to just drive and do like the Keys or Miami or both.
Okay. That's great, though.
Miami's not that far away from here. Yeah, Miami?
Man.
Sorry. Okay, I'll stop. I'm done. I'm sorry.
I couldn't figure out if you developed a speech impediment or if you were trying to work in a mime joke.
It's tough when you have a stutter. You don't know if you're doing a mime bit or is he stuttering again. I get it. No, it's not your fault.
It's a lot, yeah. It's a lot. Yeah, I was telling you on the regular show, we were up there last year for that Thanksgiving week. I think we came back maybe on Wednesday because I was back for the parade itself, but it is gorgeous. There's nothing like being up there for the holiday season, and they get excited because it's the beginning part of the holiday season. So there's just like, oh, we can't wait, and they crack into it right away. Now, if I remember correctly, they did not have the tree up at Rockefeller Center. at that time.
Yeah, I don't think the tree is going to be there. That's so early.
Yeah, they had it like up, but not fully decorated and ready to go. But I think they had the ice skating rink going.
Okay.
So, there are some semblances of what it would be like.
I do other stuff though. I don't really do I will do the parade and I will watch them like the night. Somebody called in and said the night before the parade they blow up all the balloons at night, so that's kind of cool. I'll go check that out.
Somebody did say this. That's a nice little rite of passage, something you got to do if you're there for that.
I like going to fun, interesting, quirky, different restaurants and bars.
Yes.
And now that Magnolia is 21, we can go to the bars.
Yeah. Okay, that's right. You can.
Yeah.
There's some fun ones. I got a nice little map of Manhattan, that area.
Is Mags a big drinker? Does she party a lot? Because I know she gets really great grades and does a lot of studying.
She's not a big partier. I mean, she'll have her fun, but she's pretty buttoned down for studies. She's had a lot on her plate too.
I mean, when she was in town, and I hadn't seen Mags in a while, but she was talking about all the shit she has to do. I mean, I was very impressed and happy for her. She's busting her butt.
She is.
It don't sound like you would have time to party.
She doesn't. She really doesn't have time to party because the only partying that she really has time for is all the fraternity and sorority stuff that she has to attend, those kind of parties.
And it sounds like the sorority kind of has rules and don't get too fucked up. And
they do, yeah.
Opposite of some of the fraternity stories we hear.
And now she's the president of her sorority. So she really has to keep it together because she's the one that has to come down on the other bitches when they have conduct infractions.
Is Mags good on the mic? If she has to get up and make a speech or something, she can. Because Rocco commands a fucking.
Rocco does
a room.
Rocco's like, give me that.
It.
Rocco will take a mic from you if you're not doing good, and do your job. He did that for me one time. He finished emceeing an event that I had to leave early.
Okay.
And I bet it ran smooth.
Yeah.
And they loved it.
That's amazing. Yeah, he loves it. He was working that bingo the other day. He was all on top of it. And he was DJing at the same time. He plays his own sound effects.
He was playing his own sound effects and the music and calling bingo.
Well, that's half the battle going on a stage is just having confidence and not looking like you're about to shit your pants.
Yeah.
People.
If I'm ever out sick, Rocco will just step right in. He'll boss you guys around.
He's ready.
Yeah.
We'll make him dress like Kevin.
He does his own radio show on he's got some radio channel that he does it on.
That's adorable.
I can see that.
He does. He does.
Yeah, he's got all the earmarkings for being able to do this profession.
For sure. Oh yeah. I could see him with a microphone.
He had a YouTube channel. Is he still doing his stuff with that?
You know what? He's got a real radio station channel. He's got something.fm or something. I don't know what he's got.
If that sweet little fucker's got more endorsements than I do, I'm going to be really sad.
He does.
Okay, just making
That'd be amazing.
And I called him a sweet fucker, meaning a term of endearment.
He would love that.
Yeah. So the emails that I got, Lynn said, I am so on board for what Virginia is saying. Quit the holidays last year. It's going out now or going to someone else's house. And look, I think it is something. I'm all about that. I've never put a lot of pressure on the holidays. And luckily, I've had a family that wasn't like that either. And we're very much more about having an experience, traveling somewhere as a family, doing something for Thanksgiving. We've always done the family road trip or something along those lines. So I am all for it. I think people should. Look, if you love it, that's fine. Do it. But if you find it too stressful, sometimes you got to measure that and say, is it causing me more pain, anguish, stress, and cost than what I'm truly getting enjoyment out of it? If it is, stop it.
I know what you mean because Halloween, I was getting kind of stressed out because I'd go on the air and say, I'm going to have pizza and I'm going to have sodas and all that stuff. And then the one year, the pizzas were running late and a bunch of drunk adults were being such assholes. Like, there's no fucking pizza here. Fuck this shit. I'm like, no, this is too much. I'm just trying to be cool and y'all drunk and fucking cussing me out of my yard. Fuck off. So last year, I didn't do, I went out. I was gone. I went to somewhere else and it was so less stressful because that's the worst when you're trying to do something cool and then you get drunk fuckfaces saying, hey, where's the pizza at? Up your ass.
Smart.
And I love going out of town. So, yeah, I'm going to go out of town instead of taking all that stress on. I'm just going to flip it and make it happy.
Mm-hmm. Go do something happy. We like Happy Virginia.
Yeah, so a lot of people are saying good for you, and more people than you would think, I think, are doing that, and they're starting to break away from some of the old traditional expectations and just doing a little bit different.
It was great. You know, we had a good run. Thanksgiving, we've done 10 of them at our house that we're in now. And before that, we did them at the condo downtown. Like, we're good.
Look, sometimes you get burned out. You take a year or two off. You may get the bug again. Never say never. Only a Sith speaks in absolutes. But you're burned out from stuff. You need to take a break. It's okay. Everyone needs to take a little break.
Yeah, I'm taking a break.
Yeah, I think sometimes, we grew up in an era of traditions, and you just had to do it, especially when you get around the holidays. That became something where it's like, well, it's just how we've always done it. If you're in this family, this is just what we do. And I love breaking some of those traditions. But look, I think that the older generations, the boomers, they're very hard set in a lot of stuff. And, you can really see it now. And I think this has probably always happened with older people and younger people, but maybe now more so than ever. And we got Stassi, who sent us an email, and she said, when you're talking about the older generation just scowling at kids, she said, my mother, who's in her 70s, was visiting from Canada recently, and I always have a lot of kids from the neighborhood at my house, and she scowled at my son's friends for not saying hello to her first before she said it to them. And then she scowled at my daughter's friends for making too much of a mess, and then scowled them again before they left to make sure they cleaned it up. And, I think, some kids may be a little bit more lax in some of that stuff. And the parenting has been a little bit more lax. I know we are with Cannon, and I could see if you're old and you're hard pressed and set like that, he leaves crap all over the place.
Also, too, when you get older, man, there's things start to your patience starts to run out. You have to work on certain things. Yeah. People don't work on patience. It takes time meditating. You have to know when you're wrong. You have to know when to shut the fuck up. That's a lot of work for a lot of people. People don't want to do that. You ever meet a nice old person that's all sweet? They do exist. They're all not scowling. There's some sweet old people out there.
It seems like they're one or the other. Either they're sweet and very chill, or yes, they're bothered by everything. And I just want to tell myself, never be that grumpy old ass person that has all these expectations of people, and you're scowling at the young kids because they just don't do it the way they're supposed to be doing. Well, they're kids.
Yep.
That's where you're not supposed to be doing it the right way.
But you're doing the right thing. You're asking yourself that question, or you're at least bringing it up in your mind. You're saying, I don't want to, if I'm going to grow old, I'm not going out like that. I'm not going out like Oscar the fucking Grouch. I want to be one of the sweet old people, which we need them. Back in the day, a sweet old person had wisdom, and they could teach you about life.
It doesn't do anything for you. And you really do have limited time. Why would you spend 1 second of it angry? Because no one else is going to make you happy.
They're in the world. They're going through the world in automatic. They're just doing the same thing over and over again. Everything is pissing them off. You got to have a mood interrupter.
Yeah, no, you're right. Well, I got to tell you cannot play with lightning. Diana found that out, and Virginia almost took a bolt out there trying to move some potted plants around or whatever you were doing, Virginia.
I've never seen lightning that up close. It was bright.
It's terrifying.
Like, it was blindingly bright, and it was so loud. I dropped a pot, and I almost crapped myself.
Yeah, I mean, that's so bizarre. The same exact thing happened to me the day before. I was out on my patio.
You didn't send it to Kevin.
I honestly forgot about it until you said something.
Yeah.
Believe I sent him enough crazy bullshit. He doesn't need anything else to read from me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it was bizarre because it looked like it was right at my neighbor's house. That's how close it was.
Mine too. Yeah. I was horrified.
You can't play with it. I had either read or saw something special about lightning and how it can just come out of nowhere. And you're not even where you're expecting. Sometimes it's sunny, which is like, that's not fair. You know how we get rain sometimes and it's sunny? You're like, what the hell's going on?
That is not fair. Lightning when it's sunny?
Well, it works the same way, yeah. You can actually have a lightning strike with sunshine.
That's what tricked me, because it was kind of cloudy out, but you could tell something was developing. That's why I was just chilling out there. And out of nowhere, the loudest thunder I've ever heard in my life, along with the bolt. Kind of like what you said you went through.
It was so bright.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never been that close to it before. I never want to be that stupid again. I had no business being on my porch.
You know what?
I knew there was lightning because there had been lightning before that.
That's kind of when I was going through all the getting sick. I thought I had Lyme disease for about a week. Ooh. And I was just going, man, you took Florida for granted. You weren't fearing Florida like you should have. You've lived here your whole life. You're walking around the woods barefoot, you fucking idiot. What are you doing?
If you live here, you need to live scared.
Yeah, there's a lot that can take you out.
And I lost the fear for a little bit.
Florida. Never lose the fear of Florida. Yeah, she's in South Miami, and she said same thing happened 2 days ago. The lightning and thunder happened at the same time right outside, and it blew out one of the kitchen lights, kind of like a mini explosion.
Whoa.
That's crazy. I told my friend, and she told us that she had lightning right next to her house, and that both my husband and I in different parts of Miami saw 2 trees that had fallen onto the road because they'd been struck by lightning.
Oh my gosh.
So if you're in South Florida, look out.
Just don't underestimate it, and don't do what I was doing, something stupid. I had no business being outside trying to put my plants in the rain to get water.
That was always the tough thing working at the fancy golf course, because when the lightning is close, they have that horn go off.
Yes.
So sometimes you'd have to go out there and say, excuse me, Mr. Rich, with all the money, could I please tell you, we have to get you off the course. I'm not getting off this fucking course. I pay my dues. Shut the fuck up. I'm like, okay, I'll go back to my...
Hold your club up high, sir.
They never would listen to you. The golfers, the rich golfers, like, I don't give a shit if there's lightning out here. I'm rich, damn it. And they would never listen to you.
Yeah, I got a scene from to watch out of Caddyshack.
Yeah, that's what it would always remind me of.
Yeah, like, good luck. All right, if you want, have at it. Well, we got an email here kind of explaining a bit on the produce issues that we had, and I never really even thought about it because they were talking about it being, fecal matter, and I'm thinking fertilizer and all that kind of stuff when it came to the cyclospora that was going on.
No, it's human.
Sickened Jaybird, yeah.
It's human poo. It's not cow fertilizer.
Right. That's what I thought originally. And Drew was like, yeah, just to chime in on, how you're questioning the produce. He said, this is an actual sign in a field in Florida, and it doesn't get more self-explanatory than this. And when you have to put a picture of a sign up, there's a problem, and it's not just happened once. This is Drew and Jupiter, and it says, please use toilets provided in the field, like a porta potty. And in Spanish, por favor, use los baños disponibles en el campo. And you can see right there, they're telling them in both languages, stop shitting on the lettuce.
Yeah, you know what? I think it was Grant that had said something about that, where people go to the bathroom out there from our chat room, that people go out in the bathroom sometimes, and that's how this stuff happens.
Dang.
All it takes is a few people to go rogue.
You're right.
Whoa.
All it takes is one guy with diarrhea.
Shitting everywhere on the field.
That's
man.
Unreal.
That's all it takes.
Wrong time to get healthy, my friends. Wrong time.
Gosh, yeah, you never know. Like, if it's not lightning, it's the shits, like everything ready to take you out.
Gators.
Yeah. Boy, and I saw one that got my attention. Man, there was this lady, and she looked like she was in a normal neighborhood in California, and she had... it was nice kind of landscape. She had kind of a little bit of a bush that was down there kind of right by her driveway. And she's kind of tending to some of the stuff. And all of a sudden she's like, what the heck was that? Oh, stupid thing. Hold on real quick. Yeah, so she's just sitting there tending to her little thing, and this happens.
Oh, God. Bryson!
That was from the camera that she had on her front yard. Is she was tending to whatever her little vegetation was there. There was a rattlesnake underneath that bush. She didn't realize it. And you're right. You couldn't see. And she could see she lifts it up. She's like, oh, my gosh, that's when she goes running off.
I have run into one rattlesnake out in the wild in my time in Florida. It wasn't even, it was at a church next to the woods. It came out of and it was sitting right on by a door.
Oh, Jesus.
I know. And it was rattling its tail.
Is it really?
Yeah,
oh,
man.
My gosh.
It was in Palm Beach Gardens. But, I mean, they're here in Florida.
Yeah.
You got to be careful.
You had that story of the lady that was delivering for, I don't know, Amazon or whatnot. She went to that front door in Port St. Lucie, and they just had a little potted plant, and the rattlesnake was behind that.
And she didn't see it?
As she puts the package down and goes and gets her in the ankle.
So if a rattlesnake gets you, how long do you have until it's curtains for you, baby? It's lights out.
I think there are that's when a lot of factors that, it's like you got to stay calm, you got to elevate, you got all that kind of stuff.
I'm fucked.
Because
I'm driving that Amazon truck right to the hospital.
Yeah.
I'm going to floor it.
Well, because I think that's it, right? You don't want it coursing through your blood. So somehow if that happens, it's like, all right, calm down. So your heart rate's like hell.
Yeah, I know.
Just get bit by a damn rattlesnake,
Aren't
y'all.
you supposed to ask your friend to suck it out?
I always heard that, but Kevin would never suck my dick.
Why is it biting there?
I'm just kidding. Sorry, his mime's a little crass at times. I'll clean it up.
They say rattlesnake venom can begin causing symptoms within minutes, with severe complications potentially developing within 6 to 48 hours, and death without treatment typically occurring within 2 to 3 days.
Okay, so you got to just floor it to the closest hospital.
Yep.
Is it better to drive there or call 911?
I'm driving. If I'm the Amazon lady, I've got this truck. I can get there faster than it'll take an ambulance to get to me, and then for us to get all the way to the hospital.
But let's say you're not an Amazon driver. You're out there tending to your tulips or whatever you have out there, and you get bit by a rattlesnake. You're not calling 911. You're driving to the hospital.
I would maybe drive to the hospital and call 911 on the way and ask them, hey, which hospital should I go to for the anti-venom? Because not all hospitals have all anti-venom for all snake bites, too. That's something that you need to know. Not every hospital just has a stockpile of it, is what I heard.
Yeah.
Like you got to go to a special hospital in a special area sometimes.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. And I think even in South Florida,
I'd be calling 911 and asking them, okay, which hospital do I go to?
You're right. Even with my there's certain medicines they don't have at that facility. You have to go to a different facility for stuff. You're
F
right.
that. Can you imagine you go to the wrong hospital and they can't help you?
Or imagine calling the 911 and it's their last day and they just start hissing at you. Hiss, and they hang up. You're like, what the fuck?
yeah, you're like, where do I go for this? Yeah, because I think there are only a few places that you got to go. Miami-Dade's Fire Rescue Venom Response Team, Venom 1. Wouldn't that be cool to be a part of Venom 1?
It sounds
Venom
cool.
1.
Yeah, they have the largest and only public anti-venom bank in the United States.
So I wouldn't drive to that one.
So you can go to Jackson Memorial in Miami,
That's a far drive.
University of Miami Miller School of Medicine, Jackson Memorial Hospital. You got Hillsborough Medical Center, South Florida, Miami Beach, Miami Children's Hospital. Miami-Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach counties may receive anti-venom if dispatched from Miami-Dade's Fire Rescue Bank, but it sounds like it's coming from Miami.
Wow.
And it probably got to helicopter it up, too.
They might.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So don't get bit in Palm Beach County. That's for damn sure.
If you're going to dance with a snake, dance in Miami.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Callie said St. Mary's got everything around, so maybe.
Okay. Yeah, St. Mary's is our best trauma hospital. So if shit goes sideways, St. Mary's is the best place to go.
I did not know. That's good to know.
Especially for children.
Because stuff goes sideways a lot, at least in my life.
You are sideways.
So that's good to know. No, I like that.
Yeah, St. Mary's is the way.
Yeah, they say you start feeling tingly pretty quick. You can feel that venom starting to work.
Damn.
That would be rough, man.
It'd freak you out, you know?
Oh, yeah.
As you're going through it.
I'd be blowing red lights like nobody's business.
Is the rattler the one you want to be the most feared or afraid of?
I mean, it's a sliding scale. No, the rattler is not the most venomous, I don't believe, or most potent.
Because I think there's one where it bites you and you got to get there within 30.
Cobra.
Is it the Oh, that makes sense.
I think it's an asp or something like that. It's something that you wouldn't expect. And I think Australia has some pretty nasty ones.
So there are worries, mate.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you got to worry for. So, yeah, I think that might be probably the worst that we have here.
What scares you more, like a rattlesnake situation or like being trapped in a room or you and a gator?
Snakes freak me out more.
I feel like that gator would tear me apart.
I think I'm going to maneuver because to me, the gator has some vulnerabilities. You just got to get behind it. They don't turn well, you know?
And go for the eyes. Poke the eyes.
I've seen gator boys. You just jump on the back of it and hold its head down. You're good.
Okay, that's all I got to do.
Yeah.
All right, give me the.
You're as good as lunch.
You just try to.
Yeah.
Gosh, I love to see that.
I wonder how long it would take me and one gator just in a room. How long would it take for me
The
to
gator would be like, you didn't even want to give me a challenge? This is the one you bring in? This guy's still healing from hip surgery.
And why the shit is this guy dressed as a mime? His makeup's getting in the way of this tasty
that
meat.
might help you.
It might.
In the United States, the tiger rattlesnake is widely regarded as the most potent snake venom
Really?
per gram basis. Yeah.
Tiger rattlesnake?
They put two animals together on that one to make it sound real ferocious.
I know, right? And then you got to watch out for the copperheads and cottonmouths.
Okay.
Those are some of the big ones that we got.
Those water moccasins, too, they're kind of dicky. They're not scared of humans.
They're not. They come with the attitude.
They'll jump on your boat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, we would always go to Pigeon Forge. They had one of those flume log rides. And I remember my cousins, I'm sure they were lying to me, but they're like going, yeah, there was a couple kids in the first ride of the day they got in there, didn't realize there was a water moccasin in there. And by the time they came through the ride, they were both dead. I'm like, no way.
Oh, that sounds like such a folklore type of story.
Like, no way. Yeah.
Both kids.
Both kids. Didn't even know. They were just sitting there. Next thing you know, they had no idea. The parents just thought they got tired. And at the end of the ride, they were dead. Dead.
Damn, now I'll be checking my rides for water moccasins.
Well, that's how.
But you think of what we just learned. I mean, they're not going to die that fast. And you think a kid's going to get bit and they're all of a sudden, they're just immediately dead. Like, that would be such a movie trope.
It's so easy.
They make no noise. Just a bit. Oh.
It's so easy to
I bought it.
scare the shit out of
I bought
kids.
it too. I was a
Everybody bought
dumbass
it.
kid. I'm like, oh man, it's got to be true.
Everyone bought that.
Yeah. Remember that story. Well, this is some interesting insight here from Drew. We were talking about her last week. That was she a postal worker? Yeah, that had all those animals she was hoarding.
Yes.
Oh, yes, up in Martin County.
Yeah, he said she's been an issue in Stewart for over 10 years.
Yeah, they've given her a lot of citations.
Okay, yeah, she's a hoarder. She's been stealing animals. She has numerous complaints from people on her route. My family is one of them. She was feeding cats in our complex where she did not live and trying to capture them.
Oh, my gosh.
The more she fed them, the more the cats would show up, and now they started having kittens. And so we were just overrun by cats. The complex called animal control, and when I spoke to them, she appeared and started yelling at us. Animal control then told us that she had been an issue and is a hoarder. Filed a report against her and had to go to the post office to complain about her feeding the cats, and she would be there when she wasn't even working.
Whoa, she was waiting for you to come in and complain.
That's my
Great question. She was stealing animals from her route, but yet she still had a job. They arrested her.
If I got 10 citations on anything, I would expect to get tased in the neck.
I think she had more than that.
Oh, did she have more?
Yeah. I think she had a lot of citations.
That's insane to me.
Right?
Said she was removed from our complex and told not to deliver mail there anymore from her company, so she started showing up when she wasn't working.
What?
Police were notified, and she was trespassed. This was almost 10 years ago, so both animal control and the post office were well aware of this situation and did nothing.
Oh, wow.
And look now, she got arrested and then bonded out, and it's supposed to be back at work on Monday morning. My advice would be to treat her on her route just as nice as she treated those animals, and also lock up your animals in the house because she's not going to stop. Just a horrible situation where nothing's being done again.
Something's not right with her. She needs like mental health help.
It sounds like this is a mental issue.
Yes.
Because, I mean,
they couldn't even go in the house.
This is
How she's
There
doing
was
this job?
so much feces in this house. They had to wear hazmat suits to go in it.
and you had brought it up a long time ago, Kev. When you hear situations like that, is it the mental problem causing this, or is the person just a jerky person? And if someone's got really something wrong with them, you want them to get help. But it's hard sometimes to decipher, is it that, or is it someone just being irresponsible?
It sounds like both.
It does sound
like
both.
she's got mental issues, and she's just cruel, and she loves to argue and fight with people and steal their animals.
I would guess she's sick. I think ultimately there's a lot of sliding scales of mental illness. It's not either you are or you're not.
Agreed.
I mean, I grew up with my grandma had mental illness, and she'd be fine 90% of the time. It would just be an episode, and you could see it. Boy, that's why I said when sometimes I saw some of those Britney photos, it reminded me of when you would walk in the room and you would look in Beulah's eyes and you'd be like, okay, she's having a moment.
Would that be?
And then the words that would come out of her mouth, and it was like manic or weird and just, yeah. It really, if you don't know, watch a Britney video on Instagram.
Do you think
that was my grandma Beulah?
when it came to your grandma, do you think when she'd have an episode, it was something in her life going on, or would she get off medication? Was there a trigger of something that would give an episode?
I think a lot of that stuff's chemical. Look, I don't understand it. My dad, he's on lithium, which is pretty potent, and he's all over the place too. I think he's manic depressive because he's up and crazy
down.
And the next thing,
But that's his mama.
and then he's crying next minute.
The one that, Beulah
that's
was
too
his
bad.
mom.
Yeah, so you don't really know. So I don't know if it's maybe a chemical thing, almost like you have moods and things like that. Maybe it's not triggered by anything external. It's just could be something you eat. It just could be the way that your hormones are going.
But you never know. It can be external, it can be hormonal, or it could be both. Or
Yeah,
it could be,
It could be
it's
both.
all over the place. And then even if they get you on a good dose of medicine and you're good for a few years, all of a sudden your own body chemistry changes because every few years ours does. And then all of a sudden you'll have episodes again because the medicine won't work because your chemistry has changed.
And that's why you got to go in there regularly. I remember back in the day, when I was in my early 20s, they put me on lithium, and my parents were like, what the fuck? And I got to tell you, it made me severely depressed being on the wrong medication.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
I felt hopeless. It was a terrible decision from the doctor.
It can be. Look, it's a very tricky thing, and it's one of the toughest issues we have. I wish that we put more into it in this country because looking at everything from homeless issues to, I was just watching the news. You see the postpartum lady that offed her 3 kids while her husband went out to get dinner.
Yeah.
Terrible.
And they had given a list of everything she was on. It was like 12 different medications she was on for mental health stuff. And I'm like, holy crap. I'm like, I know, like, I don't know anything about the medicines and all that, but I'm like, did she need that just to survive? And and her husband said she'd been in a great disposition. And that's the thing, you don't know. It was the same way with my grandma. It would just turn on a dime like that. You'd walk in from one room to the next, and you walk back in and be like, what'd you do with Beulah? Be like, because who you are is not her, and different.
I had no idea until after my mom passed, and we were going through all of her stuff, how much medication my mom was on.
Oh, I bet.
And you saw a change in her personality, and I didn't know what was going on, but she was on. When I saw how many pill bottles that she was taking, I was like, I go, oh my gosh, did that contribute to, did she need to be in all of this shit?
Yeah.
And I didn't know any of that until after.
You just got to be on top of it. Yeah, it's really broken. Like, we need to completely break our system and then rebuild it. And I think it starts with diet, nutrition, sleep, all these kind of things, getting on top of it, getting the chemicals out of your body. We all just need to reset and do it. We're definitely not doing it right in this country with all those things tied together. Because, it is. And if you go down every single day when you see a lot of crazy murders and death and things are unnecessary, it feels like half of the stories at least are tied to issues in mental health.
Well, think about the homeless issue. That's got to be about 80% mental health.
Probably. Yeah, and then you get drugs, and then you get mental health issues, and they a lot of times work together.
Yep.
Well, if that's you nailed it right there. If you're already having mental health issues, and then you're putting gasoline on a fire, man. I've seen it happen to people.
Yeah, it is. It's nasty stuff. Now, yesterday we got into the flock cameras. I even saw that one of the local news stations was talking about that a little bit more today. It's these cameras that just read license plates, but they use AI, and they can really triangulate and formulate a narrative about your car and where it's all traveled. And they've been using it in many good ways to track down people who may abduct children, and they get to them really quick and they find them, and it's saving lives that way. Somebody tries to assassinate the president, they track him down in a matter of 30 minutes and they save potential lives and they get people quick, but you are giving up some civil liberties for that. And I said, look, I think that is the ultimate question, because on the pros, you offer the safety and security for the society. And on the cons, you give up security. And I love this quote that Jason had sent in. He said, a wise man once said, those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. That was Benjamin Franklin in 1755, talking about the balance between individual rights and collective protection.
And that guy was a poon hound, old Ben Franks. He got it.
He did.
Can I smell your dick?
I don't think you'd want to smell his dick back then. I don't think hygiene was great. I think buttholes are probably just appalling.
Yeah, I think so.
We've had this talk many times on the Weird Whatever podcast where, 69 and back in olden times probably wasn't that fun.
Oh my gosh, that's disgusting.
Think about, an old-timey 69-y.
Maybe that's why they didn't really do it.
Or I think they did, but
they powered through it.
They had to power through it.
Yeah,
Tougher generation.
Yeah, you're right. I wasn't built for that era.
No.
Thank goodness for air conditioning and bathing.
Yes, absolutely, no doubt. All right, well, if you got some wise things to say, we always love hearing them. Not that they're going to stick, but we'll try it anyway. Mail at KVJShow.com. Make sure you're clicking like on as many episodes as you can. Share, like, subscribe, give us a little review, all that kind of stuff that helps out the KVJ Show YouTube channel. We definitely appreciate it. Enjoy your day. We'll see you later.